Hello everyone. Today, let's see how we can highlight our mouse pointer in Windows 10. Windows 10 has three main ways to highlight your mouse cursor. Well, why would you ever want to highlight your mouse cursor? Because highlighting your mouse cursor will be very useful for people to follow along with what you're explaining. For example, if you're in a Teams, Google Meet, or Zoom meeting, uh, if people can follow along with your mouse clicks very easily. So I want to show you three methods today. One of them is just an application. One of them is a file and an application together can make a perfect highlight. And the other one will be a just a file. I'm gonna show all three of these techniques to you, and you can use the one which suits you. If you want a feature-rich one, then I think though you will find the recording or the highlight which you think is best for you. Because I have many. One of them is the least feature-rich. It doesn't have any features. It just puts a halo around your normal mouse cursor, but not around your link cursor like the one that looks like this. Yeah, that not around that or anything else. It'll just put it around your mouse cursor. So there's nothing you can do about it unless you want a feature-rich one, which I can show you two methods. So enough talk, let's get on and see how we can highlight our mouse pointer in Windows 10. So to do highlight your cursor, head to the following website. Or you can go to highlight set cursors to choose what cursor file you need. Now, after downloading your cursor file, go to File Explorer and click on your Downloads folder. Here you will see the highlight you have downloaded. I downloaded the blue one, so let it be. Now let's go to the control panel and click on mouse. If you don't see mouse, go to view by and click on large icons or small icons. In both, you will be able to see mouse. So open up mouse and click on pointers. Here, click on browse. This will open to the normal cursors folder. You need to go to and find the folder you downloaded that in. Here it is, downloads, and here we can see the blue highlight and click on open. That puts the blue highlight, but it won't put it for the others. If you click on apply, you will see now that my mouse has a blue highlight around it. Let's get rid of this window. Now you see if I go and put the link select, the highlight disappears. So that's not a so to make sure it doesn't disappear, there are two more methods. Now, as you can see the link over here, you can open this Boisvert Lab website, and then you need to scroll a little bit until you reach this particular place. It shows the cursor highlighter. So here click on download the AHK script for version 2.2 of cursor highlighter from Google Drive. Can only so you need to click on this. So from the Google Drive you will be able to download the .ahk script from of cursor highlighter. What does .ahk mean? It means .AutoHotkey, and you'll see what AutoHotkey is in just a moment. Now head to the following website. It says autohotkey.com. In autohotkey.com, it is a scripting language for Windows. You're not gonna do any scripting, just click on download and then download the .ahk script of for cursor highlighter. Now let's go to our downloads folder And here you can see AutoHotkey. Set it up and click on cursor highlighter. Let me turn the one I'm using right now off. I've exited the cursor highlighter, and if I click on cursor highlighter 2.2, it'll give me a blue highlight. If you just downloaded it for the first time, it'll give you a yellow highlight. Now, I want to show some of the customizations you can do for this app. So here you can find the cursor highlighter, right click on it. If you left click on it, it'll turn it off. If you right click, it'll give you some. We can do a lot. If I can switch the cursor focus, we'll switch the focus right around my mouse, or I could go ahead and switch to the picture cursor, which if I'm writing something, for example, using open board, I can write like this and they'll see a pen writing it. So let's get rid of all that text. Now I've hidden open board. Let's right click and click on settings. Here we can see many settings. I'm gonna go through some of the main settings for cursor highlighter. So the type of cursor when you start the program should be, you can choose cursor highlight, which is just the highlight around your cursor, or the focus mode, which you saw just now, or the picture file, which is the pen. Now I like it as cursor highlight. Now let's see cursor highlighter. When we can customize what happens when the cursor highlighter is launched. You can hide the highlight until shown by hotkey or tray icon. That means the highlight won't be shown unless you use the hotkey. I will get a hotkeys in a moment. Now, when you left click on the tray icon, when this one shows what happens when we left click on the cursor highlighter icon over here in the hidden icons menu. So we want it to toggle cursor highlighter, which turns the highlight off. It comes like that by default. If you wanted to show the settings menu, then you can click on show the programs menu. If you want to customize what happens when you right click on the tray icon, you can choose it over here. By default, it should show the programs menu. But if you put this on toggle cursor highlighter, you will never be able to see the menu ever again. That's what I think so. So it's better to keep them as they are and not to change such settings. Here, this is the settings for the highlight. I can adjust the size. Let's say I keep this at 200 and this at 200 too. That will change my highlight to look as big as 200. If I change this to 500 and this to 500, then my highlight will be very big. Let's put it back at 100 and this back at 100. So and I can choose the highlight color here. I like this shade of blue. I'll keep it there and click on OK. Highlight, left click. Let's see what happens when we left click. I like it to show a different highlight. I'll just make it show a little darker color, and it'll change the size. It'll decrease the size by 5 and height 2 by 5. Now when we right click, it does the same thing, but for now, for some reason, it doesn't do anything when I right click. Let's customize that setting. I want it to be 95 and this too to be 95, and let's try right clicking. That changes it to this dark shade of blue. Let's put this one and make it a little darker and click on OK. Left click. Okay, picture settings. Let's see picture settings. If we need a picture file for our cursor, then you can choose the picture size. If you want, you can choose which pen you need to. Blue, green, red, or pencil. Now let's go to focus settings. This will apply only when you put the focus mode. I've turned on focus mode and let's see what happens in the picture settings. What we can do, let's see the opacity. Let's try 255. Everything around gets removed except this little cursor highlighter indicator. Yep. Everything gets removed and only where my cursor is, people can see the stuff. So I don't want to be like that. Let's just keep it at 150 for now. 151 for now. Anyway, I don't want this. Let's keep it back to color highlight. I now kept it back to color. Oh, highlight. So let's go to the hotkeys menu. In the hotkeys menu, you can see the cursor highlighter or and you can choose some shortcut keys for the cursor highlighter. To switch to highlight, I like Control Shift and H. H for highlight. Let's click on Save and switch to picture. Control Shift and P. P for picture. And to this, you guessed it, Control Shift and F. F for focus. Oh, it should be C. No, the focus is what we need here. So Control Shift F and click on Save. So that's how you can customize some hotkeys for the cursor highlighter. Now, didn't I mention there would be another technique? Yep. To do that, let's go down to the Start menu and type in Microsoft Store. Yep, this is the Microsoft Store app. Let's open it up. This opens up the Microsoft Store, and here we can get apps, whatever apps we want, just by. But if it's not available in the Microsoft Store, you'll have to get it through the particular website. Here, let's search for mouse. Here we have many options. We don't want all these. Let's just hit enter and see what comes in. We'll get, I'm sure, many results, but only one of them is what we are looking for. I've turned off the cursor highlighter I just showed you, and let's click on mouse pointer highlight. Here you can install the mouse pointer highlight app. So once mouse highlight is installed, click on open. As you can see, there are some basic tools that you can use. Clicking will give a red little highlight there, and you can always, this tool works for all PCs. So to use the mouse highlighting program, we have a little bit of functionality here. So we can adjust the size. Let's say I want it to be at 50. That's cool. Hmm. I can select the opacity. Let's say I want it at 150. If I set it at 255 though, you won't be able to see through my mouse highlight. I just want it at 150 for now. Let it be at that level. Let's see click highlight. So click highlight is the highlight that comes when you click. If you don't want that, disable it, and if when you click, nobody will know unless they hear your mouse clicking. Let's say I'll put it in a dark, in this shade of yellow, the same one, and let's put the size as 50, and let's change this to 100. So once I change the size of the video to 100, I can see that the milliseconds, the amount of time it's shown for. I click and the moment I am done clicking, it disappears. So this app is a very good highlighting option and it doesn't take much storage. I know I don't need it, so I'm gonna uninstall it. You will have to keep the app open if you want the highlight to come. If you want to uninstall, just click on uninstall, and that should uninstall the mouse highlighting program. So that were three quick ways to highlight your mouse pointer. Thank you. Okay, so that was a quick overview of how we can highlight our mouse pointer in Windows 10. So if you have found one of the perfect highlights for you, thank you for watching. And if you didn't, please mention what I should have shown you. These highlights were one of the best I found. Okay, so if you enjoyed, thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.